Just waiting till the chat is filling up. We finally see some people dropping in. Hey guys. Hey Joey, how are you? Hey Sylvie, hey Supernap. I'm fine, thanks. Hey Rodria, Fabian. Hey Storm Physics. Hey, how are you guys? Oh, that filled up pretty quickly. From 0 to 15. Hey Dirk, moin. E-Pain, hey, how are you? How are you guys doing? You have as bad weather as we have? Or what is going on? Hey Michelle. Oh dear, you just installed Ferrum. Yes, moin to all. We should, yeah, we should make this some kind of a, universal greeting. Moin to everyone. But it's just this thing, just so everybody knows, when you say moin in Hamburg, it means basically like something like morning, but we say morning throughout the entire day. It doesn't matter if you go to a club at, 2 a.m. or if you just, go to a restaurant at 8 p.m. or something. We always say moin. So it's always something like morning. But we say it throughout the entire day. Oh, yeah, right. You're from Hamburg too. I think I forgot. Storm Physics, yes. So where are you located in Hamburg? Abdallah, hi. So you heard this all the time, right? When people say moin. Should actually get used to play some music in the background, but yeah, the weather changed quite a bit. It was pretty warm here, almost too warm, but kind of like, Rodria, thanks a lot. There will be more guitar stuff coming along, definitely. Definitely. I still need to find the time. Well, Storm Physics, don't reveal too much. Don't post your street. Also, you're from Harburg. Harburg, that's funny. Just turning around because my girlfriend is sitting right behind me and she's somewhere from the area too. It's kind of funny. The world is a small place. Okay, so I before I forget this, the Keepforest guys were so kind to give us a few discounts. And the thing is, if we would be, let's say, Twitch only, we wouldn't have a problem to do our little, you know, Twitch kind of giveaway system. But we have a lot of, I mean, I have YouTube also implemented right now, so we're streaming to both platforms. So I had to come up with another solution. So I decided to set up another sort of giveaway without, you know, fulfilling too much missions or you know, like little tasks you have to do. So I will be post that here, and it should be, yes, so it should be open right now. And this time the Keepforest guys were so kind to provide me with 3 discount codes, $50 each, and 10 discount codes, $20 each. So at the end, and the this little giveaway ends at, you know, around midnight from this day to the next one. So it's today, midnight 26th of August. And yes, so 3 discount codes. So we'll pick, basically, the system will pick 13 winners. I'm not really sure. I'm still not really familiar with that system, if I have to do it manually or if it happens automatically. But I think it happens automatically as soon as the giveaway ends. So we will pick basically 13 winners. So if you guys are interested to Ferrum, and it would be cool if you just really go for these discounts, if you just think about, you know, getting them, because maybe somebody out there who really wants that library and he wants to go for that, or she, and then it would be kind of sad if that $50 discount would be just, you know, fading away or something. He says Buxtehuder Straße ist sehr lang. Yeah. Yes, I got the confirmation from the background. Okay, so, and since we are at this, I just want to post, just, you know, make use of the situation and post that other giveaway that is currently going on too. There is another giveaway happening. It will actually, I think it runs for around 2 weeks. And I will give away all my libraries, like as an everything bundle. And you will also, another winner will, well, I was about to say a lucky winner, but we don't know yet if he will be lucky or she. It's a coaching session with me. So we'll have like 50 minutes talk. So roundabout almost an hour about, you know, whatever you want to have help with. Torional Fire, Torional Fire 00. Thanks for following. So yes, you will have a coaching session with me, and we just, you know, just in case if you are the lucky winner, we just you know, pick a date and then we just decide on which day we do it, and then we have a Skype or Discord session and talk about whatever you want. If you just want to, you know, need some improvisation, or you need some boosting, or you know, polishing on your music, we can talk about this. Or if it's about your business, about, you know, building some kind of strategies to build a little bit of a, you know, like additional income streams or something like this, we will, something like that, or building your YouTube channel or whatever, we will sort this out too. So, and the next winner will win my Audio Artist Essentials video course. I should have written that in there. It just says Audio Artist Essentials. So, and the guide. So this is like a combination of a long guide on what I talked about exactly right now, like, you know, setting up some some additional income streams. I try to get away from saying passive income, because this is like the typical, you know, if you want to get rich quick or quick rich, you know, this is kind of sounds a little bit scamish. Hey Bernie, thanks for following. Thank you so much. So you got these 2 here, and I will post them a little bit later again. And that giveaway for Ferrum, for Keepforest FERRUM, will just run, as I said before, until midnight. So then it will, run out. Then it will end. Yeah, SuperNap, Pyramid Scheme language. Definitely. But it's so funny, with basically all... The thing is, I've analyzed a lot of funnels and a lot of like courses, and also these scamish like marketers. And when you look really at these funnels, lots of these things that happen. So I'm pretty sure on that when it comes to Facebook, lots of these funnel guys are not that scamish anymore because Facebook doesn't allow it. I did the mistake and tried to run a Facebook ad with just that word, with passive income, and they said, no, you're out, you're rejected. It doesn't work. So you can't even mention how much money you made during the last whatever days, during the last 30 days, even though it's true, they don't allow it anymore. So if you see, and I don't want to put my hands into the fire for this, but if you see some kind of a funnel or some kind of a salesman or a marketing guy that offers some kind of a product, and you see some of these, like all that social proof. Johnny Day Studio, thanks for following. So if you see that site and you see all that social proof and you have all that 30 days money back guarantee and all this stuff, it's kind of legit already. It's not like that hardcore that you go somewhere and somebody tries to sell your course for like $5,999 and additionally, a golden Ferrari for like 3 million. And if you click once, you get three of them, and there is no money back guarantee. So it's not that hardcore anymore. But yes, there are still that, like kind of funnel and, passive income and all these terms. They are still a little bit connected to that scamish world. And to be honest, yeah, I had a few, words with people. Of course, they're right. It's not really like passive income because you do something, even though it is meant that you do something in the beginning and then you see like money coming in, dripping, Hey, Hans, I just posted the giveaways, so maybe I have to put that again. Maybe you just dropped in a few minutes ago, so I just want to make sure that everyone got it. Maybe you guys can help me out in the chat and by posting that link again, because I yet don't feel like I have to, kind of forbid that you guys can post links. So let me just post that giveaway again. So the discount codes, it's in here. We will give that away because I can't just drop in discount codes because I have limited discount codes. I just have 3 discount codes for $50 and 10 for 20. So if I would just post them in here, it would be like, first come, first serve. And I don't want to do this. Maybe somebody needs a little bit longer to open. Maybe somebody's on the phone and they just need a little bit longer. And I don't want to hurry everyone up. I just want to make it fair. So you guys sign up for this little thing. I think the only thing that is necessary to do for this little giveaway is to visit actually the Keepforest shop, and then it is open to you that you can follow my Twitch channel or my Twitter channel, and that's it. So we will pick the winner. As I said before, I'm not really sure if I have to manually do this or if it automatically happens at midnight around. Oh, that's very kind. I mean, that's kind of sad, but very kind of you, Joy. But I think the intro price is currently like $249 or something. So if it's like a $50 discount, you could get it for $199 something. Hey, Yashim from Bahrain. Hey, I just remember I was there. Like 2005, I think. Around 2005, I was there. I totally forgot exactly where I was. But you probably know better instantly. Hey Paul, how are you doing? Okay, so let's switch screens a little bit here. And once in a while, I will just, post the giveaway links, or if somebody asks, you guys can probably go ahead and just post it into the chat. So let's switch over and let's have a look on FERRUM. So we'll just play a few patches here, and then we go through the, the GUI and what is going on here. So let me just play you some of the sounds of the hybrid trailer percussion here. So it's pretty loud again. Oh, Storm Physics, thanks so much for the Amazonic. That runs for a day too. How could I forget that? Thanks for posting that. So I think if you want to exactly know what the Amazonic is, it's a very lovely project about, having musicians from the Amazon rainforest, and they were recording instruments down there. And if you purchase their library, you get the links also in that giveaway. You even support all the families down there, all the people that have been affected also by COVID-19, like animal shelters also. It's all covered for that whole village down there where they recorded. You can just get all the details from the giveaway from their website. It's really a lovely project. It's not just like a little sample library. It's like an entire project in general. So let's check out some sounds here. So what you can see right from the beginning is that you see these little squares changing all the time. So these are basically round robins. So it's all different hits. Of course, it may be that this is like the similar hit, but slightly different, because you probably run into complications when you try to sound design exactly the same hit with all the effects applied. That's why you sometimes have to, for example, when it comes to pad sounds, that you have to stretch something, meaning that if you just play it, or that the actual sample is just happening on the C, and if you just play an E, it's just, like a pitched, not stretched, like a pitched note, because you cannot individually recreate all the sound design or what was happening exactly for another note. So you get them all in here, and you got them all, like, these are, is it like 8? So it's 16 in general. Exactly, Nashi. If you just come to my channel and you expect something soft or silent, you're probably at the wrong place. Thanks. And what's really cool also about this interface, it looks like pretty clean, I have to say. I honestly, when I watch all the others, like from Devastator, they look pretty cool, pretty slick, with that guy in the middle just like, what are you doing? And turning around and checking what you do. Was kind of funny, kind of cool looking, very futuristic. But this is very clean and kind of sorted out, and like a little bit more serious looking, I have the feeling. So you also got this little stage over here where you can just so you can basically place it wherever you want. And then you have all kinds of little things. I just had to look, because there's so much discover a little bit. I saved the main part for tonight, so I just had a little bit of a sneak peek into it, that I understand everything what is going on here, more or less. But you get so much stuff in here, because you can change. You have like an envelope where you can the attack, for example, or the release, or whatever, on the just right away on the close microphones, and then it's probably not different recordings for the hall and everything, so it's just reverb applied, and the more you move it to the back, it sees like the more the close mic goes away, and you see like the reverb is being raised. And then you can, of course, pick different ones here. Let's pick the arena stage for a second. And you can even set, if you hit that little set button here, I hope you can see that all right. You can set up the pre-delay, the high-pass filter, low-pass filter. Did I forget to turn something on? Oh, it's sorry, it's the reverb only. I'm sorry, it's just completely confused. So it's just the reverb happening. That you can change here. That you can apply a high pass and low pass filter and pre-delay to the reverb signal itself. Subwits, welcome to the stream. So basically, every Wednesday we start at 8 p.m. plus minus a few minutes. So you can see that when it's like 8 p.m., you can see that we are online for like 20 minutes. So we need a few minutes until people rush in, come in. And so, yeah, that's a time. You have a feeling that there will be a MIDI pack coming soon for Ferrum. Ha 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 ha. Well, I don't know yet, to be honest. I know that there is another thing coming along soon, but I don't want to reveal that much today, so far, because I'm still in the process of planning everything. So, well, it's actually not like Damage. It's like a spatial designer. So there has been a lot of spatial designers throughout the ages. I once had this provocative post on Facebook and saying that I was kind of surprised that no orchestral sample library developer did like this spatial thing that Heaviosity had to come along. I mean, they did it with Damage 1 too. It was very rudimentary with just a few spots, just like a grid. But on Damage 2, it was like the first time I was seeing like that full stage. And I was just posting, I'm kind of surprised that I don't see orchestral sample library developers having like a stage at all, but where to place like the violins and the brass and everything. But of course, it's all, you have more control. It would be just a rudimentary solution, but there have been these kind of, how do you say, like spatial designers happening throughout the ages. I think there are also some happening for what is it called? Micro, the Sound Iron library. Not micro strings. I don't remember the name right now. Let me just load that patch again because I kind of messed it up with that reverb. Here we go. Okay, so you also could set it to like, I think, fixed sound. That would mean that the reverb doesn't change with it. So you get, so it just changes some kind of an EQ to put it more into the back. And you could also set it to fixed room and all these things. So that should be clear. You also have stereo playback mode. You can say like mono. Maybe you want to make it a little bit, so that you want to turn down the width, or you just want to have the signal completely mono. That it's not taking, maybe you have a full orchestra going on. You would just want to have some subtle hits going on in the background without, taking over the atmosphere of the entire orchestra. You can also apply the width. So yeah, it's roundabout mono when you hit like 0%. You also got the velocity curve going on for how hard you or how soft you hit. And you got all that stuff, which is like general attack, decay, sustained release, and also the start of the sample. So if you don't like that initial kick, but don't confuse that with the attack. This is just the point where the sample starts. It's not just taking something away from the attack, because that would be just introducing a curve or a fade in to the sample itself. So let's play some sound before I talk too much and then take care of all the other stuff here. So that was the hybrid trailer percussion. So we got also epic trailer percussions here. Subwits, to be honest, no, I didn't play around with binaural stuff. I mean, I know how it kind of works. I was listening more to it, but I haven't been into, creating binaural stuff, because sometimes I think it's a little bit too, I don't know too much about the science of it, what kind of frequencies affect what in the brain, because if you just hear two different signals in the brain, you can cause stress, or you can cause, to feel a little bit more relaxed and all this, or being awake. So I'm pretty sure that you can play, if you just do it wrong, you can also damage some stuff. So I'm a little bit careful when it comes to this. So we got the epic trailer percussion, like the natural stuff. Ravichetti, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thanks for following. I mean, when it comes to hard-hitting trailer hits, I mean, the Keepforest guys really know what they do. So let's hop over a little bit. I explained kind of what is going on the surface directly. Let me move this up a little bit. So we can hop over to the next one. And there's a tab that is called Rhythm, and this is pretty interesting. I think they had something, I'm not really sure if they had something similar in Devastator too, but let me just quickly explain this. So you got like 8 steps in here, and you can turn on the step sequencer. And when you hit something, it currently is 8 steps. You can just turn this down to 1, and maximum would be 16. And then we had 8, and then we can say the frequencies quarter notes, 8th notes, or triplets. Is it also dotted notes? No, it's just triplet and, well, dotted note. We wouldn't need dotted notes because we can have 16th, because we can divide this, for example, in 4 individual. I hope you guys can see that okay, that I just split this into 4 pieces. So if I play that note, for example, here, sounds kind of lame, but then you can go on and do something like this. So you can come up with some pretty cool stuff here. And we can go on and split this one. Let's And I can also turn this off. And when this is off, it means that the previous one is just ringing throughout, or how you say it. Oh, Keepforest Instruments, thanks for checking by. You're here. Try to off retrigger for natural tails. Oh, cool, thanks. Yes, so you can turn off this, just in case if you have too many hits, you can turn off the retrigger, or you can turn off the trigger or the release, and you can turn this off. Great to see you guys here. Thanks for chiming in. So the same goes here probably. Let's try to figure this out. And so it's probably this. So you can do all these things you could apply to. I mean, basically, it is a single sample, but it's a lot of round robins. So you can, you know, adjust all this release. And stuff like this. What do we have also here? We have a pan knob, so we can come over here and you can just play around with the panning. Just randomly, let's come up with something. Yeah, Storm Physics, definitely. Lots of balls in that. For sure. So we have a filter. Turn this off again. So let's turn on that filter here. So we can do something like this. Oh, sorry, we have to do it the other way around. So this introduces the filter. You can even fool around with the pitch. Also, we have too much. Let's turn off the filter here. So you can come up with some pretty cool grooves already by just using one sample. I mean, plus the round robins available here from that. See that it just moves. Hey Ben, yes, it's Ferrum night. What is also cool that you can quickly, if you just, for example, it happens kind of many, I mean, to me it happens quite often that you just think you pick a tempo like 70, but your track really is in 140 because you think, you know, you started at some kind of a tempo, but suddenly you realize that you picked the halftime tempo and then you load some kind of loops or what is happening and it's too fast. But you were thinking, you were counting like not 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can easily, you know, hit that tempo here and say times 5. Times 0.5. Okay, or you can just hit it like times 2. It sounds quite funny right now, but you get the idea. Another cool thing is that you have humanization. I probably recommend to not make it like this, but sounds a bit drunk, but if you just introduce it to maybe like 10, 8 milliseconds something. So you get some kind of a human touch to it. So this is pretty cool, actually. Lots of things to play around with. I like that. Let's listen to some more sounds before we talk about the effects. So let's hop over to the Organic Massive Ensemble here. Okay, Paul, hope you enjoy work. See you later, and thanks for being here. I actually like this when you have a hit that is not really like a hit, but more of like a phlegm. Because when you layer it with another hit that is more direct like this, and you use this towards the end of your track, it's pretty hard for, it's also depending on how you set the compressor or the limiter or whatever, but it's pretty hard at the end if your track is already pretty aggressive that you have some kind of problems to to make this to make this hit audible, that you hear it. So it's always better when you have something that is more of like a phlegm. So it has a little bit more time beneath all the other instruments hitting that exact downbeat, for example. Yes, right. Ben, right, when you mentioned this, the other Keepforest libraries were like let's say non-native instrument supported libraries, so it runs in the side tab. To be honest, I really would love that Native Instruments is like redesigning that entire thing, not just the side tab, but the entire way how, for example, Contact detects or locates their instruments. Let's hope for a wonder. But yeah, it's nice to see that it's up here, even though I don't have any problem to just hit like my right mouse mouse button and have like my little menu over here and go over and hit Devastator and just pick the instruments from here. And if I have time, or let's say I didn't start this already, but the best thing is when you just doing some, I'm not getting any money from these guys, so but it's just like the shameless advertising for Studio One all the time. But if I just want to have like this hybrid trailer percussion thing here saved, and I'm just using this all the time, I just go up to that little tab here and say store preset, and then I can just say, let me think of like an abbreviation for FERRUM, and then I could say what is it, like hybrid trailer percussion, and then hit OK. And now you can see right away in that side tab over here, I got this. And when I just load that one, drag it in here, I have it loaded already. So this is what I love about Studio One. So let's not get confused here. So what I'm trying to say basically is that I try to stay away from that side tabs or the tab below the quick loading and have all the patches I want in here. I'm not really sure if I could even like do folders inside this and have like all of these programs inside, but I mean, that's why I'm working with these little abbreviations like HY for Heaviosity, NUC for Nucleus, and all these things that I know what is going on. So let's check out some more sounds here. Super snare drums. So what I really like about this, that you can easily create also, you know, kind of your own drum loops, because even if it's just one sample, you have like, for example, on this one, I mean, I'm not sure exactly if it's like 16 individual samples. It could be that it's just, I don't want to, you know, spread out false information, but even if it would be just 8 samples played back twice, you still got enough samples to create some kind of... Let me just find 2 samples. They sound kind of similar, so you can... So you would probably just have to record. So let's do this for a second here. Let's make this a little bit slower. Let's just come up with a little groove. So something like this. Now let's hide you for a second here. I'm just playing around a little bit with the velocity, because this is something you really want to take care of when you're building a groove with these big hits. Put it like this. Let's make this louder. Let's make this similar to the first one, but not exactly. So this is like something when you, yeah, what I experience when people ask, yeah, how did you get that loop? You know, I just take the time to tweak it. I'm not just play it and then, or just click it in and that's it. So if you really take the time and to listen to how the groove feels, how it... It's a little bit too loud. Let's move this down. So what I'm trying to do is give this whole thing a little manual, like a little, not manual, but a human touch. And let's loop this. Fucking USB. You know, I really tried with a big machine like I purchased, like I got like a half a year ago. The problems are gone. And even it got like 1,000 watts power supply unit. So I thought all my problems are gone. The motherboard was pretty expensive. But as soon as you have like several things hit in here, and I was for the first time using my Stream Deck to turn on the light for streaming, just everything went off. So it's kind of funny. Maybe I'm too stupid for that stuff, but I don't know. Or not to record. Let's hit this. So let's randomize this a little bit more. And to make it, let's pick something from this. Now we use another program for this to maybe later to come up with some nice metals, because I mean we didn't even scratch what the library is just probably more about. It's all these metallic trailer hits and factory hall ensemble and industrial doors and various metals and all these things. So that's why it's probably called Ferrum. Yes, I didn't even cover this one. Thanks. You Keepforest guys. Right, exactly. I didn't even cover this, that you can also go along. We just went over how you can you know, create your own stuff, but you even have like a drop down menu in here where you can say basic 8th. Let's load the third one here. So you can come up with some basic grooves here. And then you can even say, this is probably what you were talking about, like MIDI, get MIDI here. And then you can, let's see how this works. Get MIDI here. Oh, it's probably like in the clipboard. All right, like this. So I should probably put it in here. Right. So you can export that rhythm by clicking here and just drag it as a MIDI file. So that's pretty cool to have. So basically, yeah, I'm not really sure if you can just, yeah, probably. So you can create that stuff and just save it in here. Yes, so you can save your own rhythms. So you can create all kinds of rhythms within the software. This is pretty cool. How is swing implemented? Just hit the human thing here. No, but swing. Let's check this out for a second. Let's check out the frequency here. So you could either set it, you would probably have to program it yourself. You mean to set it to shuffle, but this is probably something you want to do with, let's see. We can find something in here. So we got tempo, we got humanizing. I mean, if you want to have something shuffle-like, you would probably go over and, you know, do triplets. So you would do something like this. You could have your personal beautiful people. Oh, it's not that rhythm, but it's probably not that easy to convert it program wise. But I don't want to again come up with some false information here, but it's probably easier to just, you know, program your own shuffle stuff. I mean, it's the same with 7/8. You probably don't find any 7/8 rhythms in here, maybe. Man, there's a lot of stuff in here. I wasn't really, you know, when I was looking at this little slider here, I thought, okay, you just move it down, so maybe you got like 20 presets, but holy moly, this is a lot. So let's load complex action. Oh, sorry, just turn it down a little bit here. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's if you want to really make something the way you want, it's probably always the best to come as close with the samples and then chop that stuff up and just, you know, make it swing or something. And to be honest, there is not like that much, you know, swing happening into the trailer world. So this would be just triplets. And if you just want to optimize it, you could still go on and just, you know, go on later on and say get MIDI, and then you just drag it out here and then it's kind of like, you know, of course you would probably right now get rid of this complete. Let's get rid of that rhythm here. Can I just simply say reset all? Right. So this is probably, oh, okay. So it, so that entire phrase up here, the MIDI stuff, is now basically doing what you did within the sequencer right here, within that step sequencer here. Okay, what do we have? We had super snare drums. Let's hop over and play some metallic trailer hits here. One shots. Yes, I know. Off retrigger. Oh, I already love that. I love these already. You know, this is what I like about that library, that you listen to that, you know, you're doing, I mean, I'm doing trailer music, and then so you're used hybrid trailer percussion, balls, and just hit it and play it. But then suddenly you get to that metallic trailer hits patch here, and you have these little, you know, like crescendo-like hits coming in with all that little things, like even if it's just that noise, what is coming in here, or where was that one patch? With that little gap in between, and then you have this little anvil hits, like tickety before it's going on. I really love this. So to be honest, this is like when I'm thinking again, I mean, coming from a place, or from a time, that would be better, from a time where libraries have been like $3,000 to $6,000, then I'm kind of, you know, not spoiled when it comes to this. And then they saying like the intro price is $249. If this would be just one part of the library with these hits, I would have definitely, you know, I would definitely get this, because these hits worth alone are probably worth half of the entire library. Hey Eve, how are you? Yeah, Dirk, this is probably becoming like, you know what you did right there, right? Great John. It's like becoming some kind of a, yeah, Great John. One typo changes the entire world. Man, I love these hits here. Man, I really love that stuff. I would have loved to see the Keepforest guys, you know, standing in that whatever place. I don't know where they recorded all this stuff, and just doing like the next time you do a library like this, or actually I'm not really fair because I didn't check the website if you have some making of videos or something, but you definitely should do this. You just get all, you know, like dirty cloth, and then you just move to some kind of a, you know, to kind of like a car graveyard or something, or like a big hall, and then recording all of these things here. I would totally watch that. Yeah, exactly. Like, right, the baby lord, you say, welcome to the chat. You say it like anvils. I kind of missed anvils during the last years, probably. Oh, Ravichetti, thanks for... No, I just mentioned you already. I thought I missed someone again. Man, I really love these hits. Can't wait for my next trailer album. Metallic hits playable. They almost sound like a little bit of like that 80s orchestral hit, somewhere snuck in between. Hey, Stay Deaf, thanks for being here. Welcome to the channel. Danny, Many Angels, nice to see you here. Thanks for being here. It would be funny probably if you play with that patch, you just play some kind of rhythm. Let's just load something from that, from these 2 billions of presets. Fill 2 bars. Oh, I love that. Let's just give it a 1. And now let's head over to the effects section. We didn't cover this. So we probably have presets here also, but this little list is all the stuff you typically, it sounds so negative, but typically find inside Contact. So let's put some saturation in here. Oh, I love it. There goes your industrial metal track. Just put some 8-string guitars below it and you're set. I really love that. So we still have some, let's turn this off for a second. We still have some distortion. I think this is pretty great. Let's... Welcome, Doom. So you can come up with some pretty cool stuff. Put some sub bass below. So you basically need... Daniel, thanks for following. So yeah, you basically don't need to worry about finding that exact... I mean, of course, I'm not here to just recreate, you know, Mick Gordon. Who am I to do this? But if you just add a little bit of low bass and you just put some subtle distortion on it and mix it in between that and then put some more compression on it, you can kind of trick the ear by taking the percussive amount from the library, from Ferrum, and then, you know, sneaking in some kind of sub bass in here. Many Angels, thanks for following. Well, you get the idea, but this is pretty cool. And even let's check out some of these presets. Maybe I should reload that patch again and just go to the effects section and just load some presets. Dark Punch. Oh, we have just, we have no rhythm. Let's just come up with something new. What do we do? Oh, you have... Oh, I was about to say, man, these are so many hits, we probably need some tags or kind of categories, but boom. Action. Well, let's load something else. Let's load something more complex. Just have to... I probably have it 4? Oh, it's 6. It's 6 tuplets. Yeah, sorry. Okay, just seen a question I just missed. Oh, Many Angels, what spiccato library do you go for when composing this type of trailer track? Yeah, it would probably yes. Thank you, Keepforest. Just have to put in some more tails in here, maybe just with a reverb. Let's load some. Let's make it a little bit more dark. Man, you can tweak so many things here. So sorry for the yeah, I know. Let's turn off the reverb. Yeah, this is the funny thing. The retrigger is always turned on by default, so... I like it that it sounds mechanical out of the box, you know, that there is nothing natural on it. But it's good to know, of course, that you can do this. So let's turn off the... have it turned off. Okay, so back to your question, what kind of spiccato strings? To be honest, you have to just try it. I can't say it. Probably I would say something like Nucleus for sure, because they sound very aggressive. If you want to have a little bit more dry, as I mentioned the last time, Los Angeles, was it called Los Angeles, the initial last library, Los Angeles Studio Strings? Symphonic Strings? I'm not really sure right now. But basically, you just have to fool around. You just have to try it. And if you think some kind of library is too weak, then turn it up and put some compression limiter on it, and it changes the entire sound. Right. As if it wouldn't be enough, you also have snapshots up here. So let's check out. These snapshots are just for this. Okay, let me just load the first one here. There is so much stuff in here. Oh, holy moly. Okay. Okay. So I see right now. Holy moly. So this is like basically quintuples. So it's okay. So it's basically created patches out of these others, out of the let's say the default patch. But this just kind of in a way, like on average, triples, quadruples the entire library, the entire patches. And you got these individual snapshots for each of these patches here. So if I load this one, oh boy. That's really cool. So you got like individual snapshots. There are combinations of all of these things here, and can come up with your own stuff, and can have some stuff to be loaded right away. Man, we just didn't even go. We just had like 1/3 of the entire library, right? So we got, what do we, one shots. Then we had playables. Let's load the punches. Simriel, hey, welcome. No, I never read the manual because out of a simple reason, I don't want to be a manual right here when I'm doing that live stream. And usually that stuff, what I'm doing is usually called exploring. And it's way more fun if we just find out all this stuff together. You know, what is this button? Hey, can you just use this? Oh, what happens here? And then the developer even just chimes in and says, you got snapshots. So we discover this by ourselves, you know. And if you just want to, you know what everything is about, then you just hit the manual and just, you know, it's not that much fun when you just read the manual and know everything. And when you just find something out. The punches. But this, seriously, I'm like also this when I try, you know, the first time when I tried all kinds of DAWs, when I open, for example, Cubase or Studio One, and I hit C and I don't hear the click, I don't even waste my time with that, you know, with that digital audio workstation, and try to continue working with it. Because if something intuitive, like having the click turned on by hitting C, there is nothing more intuitive like this. Everybody would probably go for hitting this button. And if it doesn't work, and you know, right, even at the point when I tested Pro Tools, when I was at this point of not being able to cut a MIDI note, I remember sitting in a studio and we just had to cut a simple note into two pieces. We probably needed like 15 minutes, to find out how to cut a MIDI note. I think we didn't even make it. We had like 15 minutes and we, you know, had to come up with an alternative solution. But I like these punches. Yeah, you're right. I just didn't want to admit it, baby lord. Manuals are more fun. Yeah, I was totally lying. In the night, I'm sitting here instead of playing like Call of Duty Warzone or playing, you know, Netflix, watching Netflix series with my girlfriend. We just both sitting here and reading manuals. Factory Hall Ensemble. Well, that's cool. So they are like toms. Crisp1, thanks for following. Hey Gas, how are you? Diving in Space, welcome. So I can turn off some simple rhythm here. Let's try this again. Just load something. Just raise the tempo. So cool to have your instant rhythm right going without even using effects and all that stuff. Let's load some more. Let's load some. Can we do like a screamer? Just have to. Can come up with some pretty mean stuff. Let's get rid of that rhythm here. And also the effects. Anvil Strikes Ensemble. I can't. Okay, so, oh, I see. So it's probably different recordings right now. So it's not reverb as in the trailer percussion here. So it's different microphone recordings. I mean, you can probably still apply reverb over here. Just come up with the impulse. Where's the other reverb? Not played convolution. I mean, to have some kind of a smooth, played reverb or something, I would probably use my Sonsig or, Valhalla Shimmer or something. But yeah, finally we get some hard-hitting anvils. Well, actually, that's a good question. Predefined rhythm with multiple samples. It probably starts. Let's load some kind of rhythm. Okay, so you got kind of a legato thing going on. It feels like, at least. Yeah, so if you kind of play legato thing, hey David, nice to see you here. So you can't just play some kind of legato, and I don't think. No, it works like an arpeggiator if you use several keys. But you can probably, if I had like a C major chord. Yes, I know, retrigger. Oh, it's turned off. Yeah, I don't have complete control not installed. It's just too messy. I wasn't even able to use my CC buttons up here. Play all. Oh, right. Change to other mods. So we got like, let's play through all of these here. There's so much stuff in here to discover. It's like wood in the trees, you know. So we get ARP ascending, descending. Then we have I think it's the order how I press the keys. Yeah. Advanced. Holy moly, what is going on here? Holy shit. So let me just try to find this out here. 5. Okay, I just have 4 keys pressed. So this is probably the keys. So I'm that clever that I figured this out. We have like 5 keys pressed, 6 keys right now. Okay, so that is pretty cool. I've never seen that before. Why? Okay, so it probably goes away when you do nothing for a second here. And of course you could have chords, so. So it plays back all the keys. So it's pretty complex. It gets even more complex. But this is really cool. I'd never seen that before with a key sequence. No, sorry, with advanced. That you can just pick which key is being played. Or even several keys at once. So it would be like a C major right now. It would probably play like the C, the E, the C again, and then the G. And the reason why they sound different is because obviously we have lots of... But not really. Oh, I still... Okay. Sorry about that. So... But yeah, kinda. You get the idea. You can fool around with this anymore if you just if you get the library. So that's a good point, probably, to just mention the giveaway again. So let's post this right again here. So it ends on midnight. So you get like, or all in all, this is little giveaways about, you know, just click it and you will see it. So 3 times or the Keepforest guys were so kind to provide us with 3 discount codes, $50 each. So we have 3 of this, and then we have another 10 discounts for $20 off if you just get it. So this will be also subtracted from the intro price, and I think it's currently like you also get a link when you just want to participate in the giveaway. You have to visit the Keepforest store anyway, so you can check it out. Babylon, what do you mean, like an option for simplifying knobs? Oh, you wrote something else. So what? Let me just read that full thing here. Cool thing with complete control. Okay. They can just put a feature in Contact itself, not to have to rely on opening complete control plugin just for that. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't, in general, you know, like Contact is the standard and I like what you can do with it and all the complex coding or anything, but like all the font size, I don't understand until today why it's not possible to simply resize the fonts or a window. I mean, if it's like, in like 30 years from now, they have to do something, because then I will probably be like 75 or something, and then it's probably getting kind of tricky to see that little font. And I mean, it's kind of obvious. We already have people probably around that are like 60, 70, 80 using Contact right now. So so it's kind of a drag to read that these little fonts here. Let's load industrial doors. Yeah, especially in 2020, you know, we have like satellites flying into space, landing on some kind of an asteroid that is like passing by Earth, like billions of miles out there, and we land on that little rock. It's like, you know, being able to spit like 3 kilometers and hit like a little stone. I don't understand why in that age people are not possible to make like a, you know, resizable GUI. I mean, even if you look like, if you look, for example, on the GUI on the Neural DSP plugins for guitar, you can have them as big as your entire monitor. Yeah, if you have an 8K monitor, you probably just play games. You just don't read anything at all. Yeah, this is something I don't really understand too, that you can't come up with a simple drag and drop interface. You know, like, look, here are 10 buttons, just drag them over. Look, here are like, you know, 10 routines. If that button moves, you know, you just have some cutoff filter or you have some distortion going on. Just if you want to design your own knobs, this is like the placeholder. Put it here. It just has to be in PNG. We work with 120 frames. Something that you just have like 120 pictures. You can do that in Photoshop and come up with stuff like this. I don't really get it. I don't understand it, that there is like a little drag and drop thing that enables, you know, like upcoming sound designers or something to just fool around with their own stuff. But one thing I can also mention right away, since we are at this point, I think about probably doing, or not currently planning it, that I at least want to give away like I did my libraries, because there is something new happening in terms of my store, my little libraries, and there is something new happening. And at this point, I'd simply say, if there's somebody out there who just wants to create their own libraries in the style, I'm not saying that my style before was like, you know, unique, like absolutely super duper cool. But it was just a fancy way of using the GUI by having the entire GUI being a knob. And it's actually a simple process. And I will definitely release a course, not just about the GUI stuff, but about the code I have used. So you get this all for free. Like, I mean, not for free. The course will probably cost a little bit, because I spent maybe like a few weeks of recording and, you know, doing the concepts of all these, of all the lectures. But you will get the code with it and how to design some stuff and also sound design stuff. So I just, at some point, to sound scammy, I give away all my secrets. But it's not really secrets, but I just want to, at least, of course, I would, if I would be a millionaire or something, I would just give away all that stuff for free. But I have to make my living too. And it's not even about the living at all, but it's about, if I sit on something several days or even weeks, I can't afford it to sit like 2 or 3, 4 weeks, maybe 2 months or 3 months and give it away for free completely. So it's kind of like an obvious thing that you have to get at least a little bit compensated for what you do. Industrial doors impacts. Yeah, I'll let you guys know once it's online. It will take a while, but this will definitely happening. I mean, it doesn't replace, you know, like a coding course that you get like an entire course on how to program all kinds of these things, because this is pretty complex what it's going on here. But it will at least be a start if you just want to get into you know, some kind of fancy looking libraries, because there is not really some kind of GUI happening, and just the cutoff filter. I mean, that's at least the start to get an idea, to get inspired to do something. And to be honest, the libraries I did so far, they sold fairly well, comparing that they are just not really like 10 gigabyte libraries for 199. It was just always small dedicated stuff to do one purpose only, and it worked kind of okay. So I think some guy out there, some composer, having, you know, a little downtime because of the lockdown, or maybe doesn't have a job inside, or like in Germany, we have the typical expression like of that summer hole. So I think it's kind of like the same when there is no job coming in because everybody's is doing a holiday or is on vacation. So it's kind of like a little side thing you can do, like come up with your own sound design stuff. You don't have to worry about the code, the GUI and everything. Just slap it in there, just map it, create some kind of a nice library, set up some kind of Shopify store and make some additional, you know, couple of bucks every month. It really sounds as if they slapped this door like 16 times, right? It always sounds different. I would have loved to see that making of, you know, like the industrial doors impacts, like slamming the door like 16 times. Maybe it's just a few times the same sample. I don't know. I don't want to assume things, but it's really, really nice to see all these samples happening without having the typical machine gun effect, because you can easily hit like all the time without sounding robotic or that typical machine gun effect. So let's hop over to cymbals, light processing. You know, Ben, I can't really promise anything. I started sketching out it all, you know, sketching out the lessons, and we'll probably record it soon. And of course, I got the stuff all prepared because I got lots of libraries already created. So it's an easy one to just show what I did and how to do it. And also it will contain a few Photoshop lessons on how to get all that, you know, that GUI done. So, but I will definitely let you know, guys. So just in case, if you want to be notified, just sign up, you know, get like some kind of a freebie on my website or anything, and you will be signed up to my newsletter. So I'll probably announce it there. You can never have enough cymbals. I think you can even sign up from on my mailing list from that giveaway. Just made it like a little point. I'm not really sure if I did that, or maybe from the other one. Let me post that other one too again. So you get like the everything giveaway of basically everything of my. Hey, 7 Years of Hope, how are you? You never basically miss a stream because you can watch it later. It will be recorded to YouTube and to Twitch at the same time, and will be available after we finish. But if you mean the interactive part of having fun with us, yes, you probably missed it. That's kind of mean to say, but so we got all kinds of cymbals in here. And they're always great to have because lots of times you have orchestral cymbals and they always sound like, obviously, orchestral cymbals, but depending on the style, how they have been recorded, sometimes I feel like the impact is not really the one I want or the one I need. So you want to layer it with other cymbals, but then you just pick other cymbals from your typical or from your go-to, you know, drum library, but they always have been recorded with that drum sound in mind. So it's always cool when you have like individual or independent cymbals, so to say, that don't sound like what you get with your typical drum kit. Cymbals heavy processing. So, and you can even go on and do some additional processing, you know, with all the effects available in here. So I just don't want to go through all of these because we just have like half of the library. We're already like 1.5 hours online. We just went to like 50% of the entire library. Let's check the bells and shakers. So let's just come here and just pick one of these rhythms. Finger bells. And what I totally forgot, what we didn't do already, is that I just want to remind you guys that it's even getting, or it can get way more complex, because that's the cool thing in Contact, that you can right-click any point and just assign it to some CC automation. So right now I click Learn, and when I just move the mod wheel, I can, for example, change the sample start point. So you can come up with stuff like okay, or I can just hop over here and say, you know, it just makes, let's go over that and just try it here with the, let's get loud again for a second. And load some of the action rhythms. It's like trailer basics. We didn't try this one. Let's load one of these. Okay, that's a little bit. Let's load something more complex. Trailer build-ups, trailer fills. Man, there's so much stuff in here. Cinematic. So you can come over here and say, for example, what do we do? So the tape saturation here, and you can just hop over and say learn MIDI CC automation with a gain, and then you can connect it and do all kinds of stuff. So we can say, what do we do? We could even change the humanizing pattern, for example. Should be funny, but so you could put some variation in here with a mod wheel. Just sometimes they play really tight, maybe like 5 milliseconds of different, and then you move it up to like 10, 15. So you can create some really unique stuff and basically automate everything. What I find kind of sad is that you can't turn it around. Some kind of like the heaviosity stuff works sometimes, that you can put it on reverse, because it would be really cool if you just, for example, you know, have the gain coming up, but the output coming down a little bit because it's getting louder, stuff like this. But just as an idea, you know. So let's load metallic Foley percussion. Hey, D Piano, thanks for being here. That should be really funny to get like a rhythm going. Let's quickly do something. What do we do? Let's load action. There was like complex action here. Oh, a little bit too fast. And I didn't actually try key sequence. I just... But... Oh, okay. So you can have like a key sequence. C4, this is C4, then it plays the sample of A4. Then you can say it plays the sample of E. And then you can say it plays like the upper... Oh, let's load the upper C up here. Okay, so you can move around the key here. Press key C. And you can even set the start point. So, man, this thing is complex like crazy. It's cool, but it's all kind of self-explanatory that you're just sitting here and say, okay, I want to create a quick loop out of various metals, and you just apply some effects on it. And also, of course, you can load several layers. So you can create like a groove out of these hybrid trailer percussions here, or the epic trailer percussions, and then load some of these metallic trailer punches and maybe kind of EQ it that it's more like a middle thing, and then additionally on top load some of these various metals and all create loops with it from this menu. So you are able to create your own loop, your own individual loop within probably under a minute. Okay, so these are all various metals all in one. Hey Rempro, nice to see you here. Just wanted to move up an octave. Storm physics, right? You can do this. I mean, I was just mentioning that it would be cool to just have like one mod wheel and controlling all these things. Of course, later on you can go over here and say, you know, put it to read write and just automate everything easily. But just like going in here and playing something, and then you say write, and then you just do something, and then you optimize all these things. And have all these lanes down here available and just put them to like read. And now you got all of these things here individually controlled on lane. Yes, so thanks. But I think it would have been just nice to have some reverse effect that you can apply distortion, but maybe get rid of reverb, you know, putting some kind of opposite. Maybe you can do this, but I'm just too lazy to check right now. Maybe you can come over here and say automation assign to, and then you can probably parameter release. No, I don't want to spend too much time with that, but it would be cool to say like simply invert a MIDI learn so that when the mod wheel is on 0, that the controller turns around and it's actually on 127 when it's inverted. Okay, so what do we have here? Various metals universal. Turn this up a little bit. Hey, Matthew. Okay, so you got all kinds of high, high ring, mid ring. But I really like the concept that you just don't have, you know, kind of like MIDI loops that you can import, but that you have like complex stuff in here that you can say, okay, I come up with a new rhythm, just, you know, whatever. Just put filters on it and even play around with the pitch, and then you can go on and apply effects on it. Then you can set up another track and loading another instrument here, whatever, epic trailer percussion, and create another track and build your own complex loops out of this. So this is pretty amazing. So we got let's just... There's all of these metals here. Let's load some TikTok. Oh, totally missed that one. Look what you done. Thanks for following my channel. I sometimes feel like that little jingle is just not happening. Okay, metals muted. So you got lots of basic sounds in here. And then again, not forgetting this, that we have these snapshots in here. So muted metals, artificial shakers. So this is like your instant rhythm and then effects applied. Detuned ENS. And then you can still go in here and I really like that. Yeah, I really like that, how complex this entire thing is without being complicated. So you don't have like 500 layers to check out. I mean, to be fair, I mean, I really love Omnisphere, but you know, if you would see me in front of Omnisphere trying to manipulate stuff, I would, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, it would probably look like some, you know, whatever, like some animal totally on drugs, doesn't know what to do. This is me in front of Omnisphere, when you just have like 300 layers of stuff, and then you can combine this with that, and then I don't know. Sometimes I lose. That's probably sometimes why I don't use Omnisphere or prefer Nexus or some other library. And even no matter how awesome the sounds are in Omnisphere, sometimes I feel like turned down because there are so many submenus going on. Oh, Remco, yes. I have to mention this, yes. Due to legal reasons beyond our control, users from your country cannot participate in sweepstakes. The problem is when you do these kind of giveaways, like, like simply giving away stuff, some countries, I think also Sweden too, I mean, yeah, Netherlands, but yeah, Sweden, and also, was it British Columbia or something? I'm not really sure, but some specific countries do not allow giveaways. I'm not sure why. There is also the lottery law in California. And the thing is, if you don't have your imprint on your website, or you have like a shop and you don't have a privacy and terms and conditions website going on, or like these things pointed out, you can get sued pretty quickly. Especially, I mean, me sitting in Germany and doing sometimes, stuff where you have to sign out with for my email list. You have to be really aware that you get all this GDPR stuff done, that people agree according to the EU, according to the EU, and all these laws and all that stuff connected with it. You just have to be too careful. And to be honest, that player, that host player for these giveaways is just one of the best sorted out when it comes all to that legal stuff. And that's finally why I decided. I know I still use a lot of different things like Viper or UpViral. I also used WooRise for the Amazonic, but I always took care that all of these legal things are in there. But to go really sure, I'm really sorry about this, but some countries have to be excluded, because if somebody is just in a bad mood and says, hey, that Pfeffer guy is just annoying me by sending out a newsletter like once or twice a month or something, I could get sued, and this would mean like probably the end of my entire career, and I don't want to risk this. So I'm really sorry about this. But I had like 2 people contacting me and saying, hey, I can't participate in this, but I definitely think about something that I will do for the people of these countries that have been excluded, that there is some special thing going on at one place where I kind of try to compensate everything, what is going on with this. But I mean, you just have to make sure that the law is really, yes, I know, I'm really sorry about this, but I can't do it, because if I get sued, and even with like all the especially with giveaways, it becomes really a problem, and then I have to just think family, and this can get pretty hardcore. I'm not really sure. You can even get like sued on YouTube when you do YouTube videos, and you say that maybe kids, or you clearly have to state, I don't know what this exactly is. I don't know what exactly the term was again, for the law, that you really have to explain that your videos are not for kids. If you forget to click this, if you say, yeah, kids can watch this, and somebody's in a bad mood, or some company sees that, or some lawyer, and they can sue you pretty hardcore, and then you have to pay, I think, like $30,000 or $40,000 just for having a video up there, and you clearly didn't notify or clearly didn't indicate that it's not for kids. So yes, I have your email address. I will definitely think of something to compensate for this law problem, but it's so tricky, especially since GDPR stuff and all the cookies and everything. You have one thing not set up, and you have a business with all kinds of locations on the internet, and you can run into problems and just kind of ruin your entire life. And I just have to make sure that I have all these things covered up. And yeah, this involves like excluding a few countries. I actually don't want to do this. So we got low mid metals here. Okay, let's do the following. Because, yeah, we already spent like 2 hours just going through all the patches of that library here. Let's just come up, because I would probably... Oops. Oh, I just thought OBS shut down. No, you're still here, guys. I would just probably go on and create like a loop, just coming up with something and show you how quick it actually is to just load several. Let's just do this. Let's just load whatever, you know, just let's load this one. Then let's come up with a rhythm here. Let's pick category. Let's check the clock for a second. So we have like 5 to 10. We have like... Let's load something with trailer here. Trailer basics. Okay, let's just... Let's record this one here. And then let's just duplicate this. Duplicate tracks and instrument, and then simply load some of these. What do we do? Metallic trailer punches. Right, they sound very cool in the middle range, mid frequencies. So, cinematic tribal. Yeah, let's have them like really... Oh, let's leave them like really dry. Okay, I think the first one doesn't really... let's pick something which is a little bit more... let's bring this to... Okay, let's use something else here. Use another rhythm here. Trailer basics, maybe something... Too much triplets. I don't want any triplets in here for now. Let's do this. Oh, triplet again. Let's get rid of this. Oh, Jan, to enter, hey, welcome to the stream. To enter, to answer your question, Yeah, but you wonder which Keepforest library would you recommend as a first buy? Devastator would definitely be a good choice. Definitely. Because there is so much stuff in there, and it's not just drums or not just percussion. There is so much, bass lines and all kinds of instruments happening. It's definitely good library to start with. No talk about cooking. No, I mean, this is like a matter of choice. Devastator definitely got a lot of good stuff going on. I mean, of course, there is Atlantica and that what is it called? The Viking stuff, and also Dragon and all these things. But I feel like they evolved a little bit, because like Devastator, let's say Devastator is like the up-to-date sample library out there that contains all the basics you need, plus a lot of more stuff. So it's like a really great bundle. But if you can afford the bundle, so this is Devastator, and also the additional library here, the expansion. I always forget the name of this because one library is Devastator and the other one is, let's just quickly load this. So we have Devastator here. Let's load the trailer hits, synthetic trailer drums. And then you have also the expansion, which is more like Brahms and Pats, signature bass signals and all this like really weird stuff. So that would be Deathmatch, right? So this is just amazing stuff to have. So no, this is like a definite question. What would I recommend? But if it would come to like that, I can't decide, what to get, then I would probably say like, just have to go with your heart. Just listen to all the demos and think what you feel attracted to most to, because this is like the danger. I could say like go with Devastator, and then you get Devastator, and you could say like, yeah, it doesn't matter if everybody says it's great, it's awesome. I kind of don't like to work with it due to whatever reason. And, you know what I'm trying to say. So let's come up with another here, and let's put some of these percussive various metals. And let's create another loop in here. So, I mean, we did a little bit of blah, blah, but it's like 7 minutes. Even if we just take that into consideration, let's go with action. And then we had like complex action here. And just do something like ascending. Where are you? It's a little bit out of time because I started a little bit too early. Yeah. So, I mean, it's like, of course, if we wouldn't have, like a little, conversation about Devastator in the middle, we probably needed maybe 2 or 3 minutes to set up, your own unique loop. So you can be pretty quickly build your own stuff in here. Even though just by using presets, just going in here and just picking kind of rhythms, you could even go on and just load these snapshots and put all these snapshots together and create loops out of these. Yeah, so yeah, so this is a typical salt and pepper question. Because, I mean, FERRUM expands your sound palette compared to Damage 2. The thing is, I can't even compare these libraries because they sound completely different. And the one is hybrid trailer and the other one is more focused on, like mighty percussions. It's not like synthetic hits. The entire library, the main part of Damage 2 is natural, taikos and grancasas and all these kind of organic drums. Of course, you have like processed stuff in here, but to me, it's completely different. So yes, it just expands basically every library I have. I don't find it would even expand Devastator. It would even expand anything because it sounds completely unique. So yes. Jan, you still probably talk about Devastator, right? So you used and was very impressed with the sound. And it sounds very modern. Yeah, I used it on my most recent trailer album that is still probably in the process of being prepared to be released, hopefully soon. We will see. I actually have to be a little bit patient because of COVID-19. Because it wouldn't make sense to release like a trailer album without having any movies, coming to the cinema. So you'd want to make sure to take care of that a little bit too. Okay. Yes, so I think, or I hope you got a good impression on that. Let me just play these, let me just post these links again. So this is the giveaway to FERRUM. So please keep in mind that this will stop working at midnight. Yes, the one with... You're talking about my album, or you mean like the Devastator patch I just played right now? And let me just paste the other one here. So this is my everything giveaway. And also there's something I just want to let you guys know. I set this up already. Basically, you can find this already, but I'm not sure what you think about this. I had a lot of requests of people asking me to review their tracks. And of course, we will have another review night. Yes, thanks Storm Physics for posting that other, the Amazonic. Oh, yes, right. My YouTube video. I used, right on that trailer intro, I used Devastator a lot. So, besides that, we will have another, night where we'll have reviews coming on or having, reviewing tracks of you guys. I thought about setting up something on my website, like a service that you can submit tracks. And of course, it's not for free. Of course, I can't do it because if somebody would like send me tracks and say, put me like a, give me like an honest review and I would take as much time as I would during the live stream. And I would record kind of a live video by taking care of your track. And you can order this from my page, and then I will send it back to you. So I'm having this idea. I'm not really sure if it just if people would use it. And but you would keep the video, so it's not online. I would record that video, especially specifically personally for you guys, and then load it to a fast server so you can download this from there and use it as your own, let's say, personal tutorial. Of course, you can adapt this to, you know, like all your other tracks you're current. So if you are working for a, you know, like a like a trailer album, and you have like 10 tracks that go in like the same direction, just send me one track and I do the review for you, and then send it back as a video. So I will do that. And also kind of like, you know, revamping also the Patreon program. That there were a lot of people saying, hey, I would love to have like a personal call with you, like a video call, and talk about music or talk about business strategies and all these things. But I'm not willing, or I can't afford, or however you want to put it, to pay you know, like a monthly fee. And this would also force people. Let me just quickly switch screens again. So, and this would also force people into paying a monthly fee if they would just need feedback for like, you know, maybe like once or twice. So I want to make it, leave it more open to people to decide if they can hire me, let's say, put like a schedule. So I set it all up. I set it all up on my website, so you can pick like a date and reserve that date, and then we can, I have to approve it, and then we can arrange a meeting and talk personally. So, will you review Pure Silence, as I haven't got anything recorded yet? I just have to probably ask, was it Nick Cage? Oh, I totally probably, no, was it? Yes, Nick Cage, Nicolas Cage, 433. I thought I messed up names again. I would probably have to ask him if I would do that. I could receive a claim for reviewing Pure Silence. Think about this. I have to be careful. Yes. So I think I would call it a day. We just reviewed the entire library. You know, to be honest, in first, when I thought, okay, we have these patches here, and all of these are hits, and then we have a few functions, it's like your first thought coming to mind, no matter how brilliant, no matter how awesome it sounds. You just go in here, and then you have all these patches, okay? So you just have these keys, you just play through it, and then you just have to find something maybe you do after that 45-minute review. And then I realized, okay, we were like 1 hour 30 on air, and we just had like half of the library. So I didn't imagine that we used like 2 hours to do this. Okay, so I think I would call it a day for tonight. Let me just quickly check. So we have like, what's pretty equal. So we have like 24 people coming from YouTube and 23 from Twitch right now. So yeah, we will also have to continue composing some, you know, music we started, and I definitely want to finish that track. But there was so much coming on, so much going on. In fact, there are 2 more library developers that already knocked on my door. So we want to do like a review of an upcoming library. So I definitely have to include some more streams per week, so where we write music, because it's kind of like also getting boring for you probably when we just review libraries all the time. Just want to have like some music writing in between. So we will definitely do this. Oh, so last but not least, if you are new to this stream and you just want to join my Discord family here, you can do this here. Let me just check how many members we have, because it's crazy. Like during the last weeks, and also, of course, because I just gave this as an option for the giveaways hosted on Player. It was a lot of people joining. So actually, currently, of course, somebody's leaving once in a while. But yesterday, I think, let me just, holy moly, August 25 was yesterday. So we had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 people joining yesterday only. This makes me really happy that this community is growing so fast. I'm not really sure. I think I started this in like, was it like February or March, something? So currently there are like 97 people online, and offline, of course, it's always a lot more. It's currently 553 people offline. So we already have like roughly around 650 people in this nice, beautiful community. Could you do some flamenco guitar track? Yeah, you just got me. You totally just got me. You know, I already have enough doubt with that John Williams like track we are currently writing with Spitfire BBC Symphonic Orchestra. Yes, Gas. Hey, so yeah, I think Ferrum is really a nice library. It's definitely awesome. Lots of new stuff in there, and I mean, especially given the fact that when you are a pro composer and you have a lot of work to do every day, and you have to write like 4 or 5 minutes of music, and then suddenly you have to come up with percussions, and even if you use these snapshots and or these predefined rhythms, and you just change one note and you have an entirely different, instrument playing it, you can come up with a variety of your custom, let's say custom loops that really don't sound like loops all the time. And so it's really a great addition to whatever you have already. I mean, to myself, I always say I can't have enough percussion. I probably get like every percussion library out there. Edmund, thanks for joining. Great to see you there then. Yeah, it's all in one, 660 people on Discord. That's really great. And also, I'm really thankful if I just check my Twitch. Considering that I started this in like January, something like before. Why I can't say January anymore? So let me just quickly, something like before.
No.
Why I can't say January anymore? Okay, I can't mute my own channel. So if I just hop over, so it's 962 followers already. So this is so awesome to see that this community on Twitch especially was growing so fast. It's like 1,000 followers within like a period of maybe like half a year. So I can encourage everyone who is going for, thinking about doing a Twitch channel, doing some live stuff. I definitely can recommend this to anyone, because it's not just a great chance to connect with people. It's also, you just have to say it, because I mean, if somebody is like joining the channel and subscribing to my channel, and subscribing on Twitch means they pay you like $5 a month. And it's so awesome. Think about when you have like a community, of course it takes a while. So if you use this for like like a reference, currently that you can say 500 followers per 1,000 followers roughly for half a year, it would be like 2,000 for the entire year. So if you do this like 5 years, you could have probably 10,000 people on your channel. And this is pretty awesome. You know, if you just get up and you provide valuable information, you compose some awesome music, you basically, I mean, what I'm trying to say is even if per show of these 10,000 people just subscribe 5 people, you made $25 during that stream for this month. Okay. Think about how many streams you would have to do on Spotify to just make $25 or euros or whatever. So you get like $0.003 per stream on Spotify right now. I think it's a little bit less on YouTube. It's a little bit more on Pandora, but I mean, come on, it's like all in that range of getting like a fraction like this. So imagine how long you would need to work or put this on rotation in Spotify, which in my opinion only works if you are a known artist and you release something. And even if you are a known artist, you see like a lot of people just struggling, you know, just having their new album, and despite of having like millions of players of streams, making just like $1,000. And you can say that like from the, you know, like the position or the, how do you say, like the level of that artist, $1,000 basically means nothing because they had to pay musicians or maybe an orchestra or whatever. So it gets kind of difficult. I think this is the future. Video is definitely the future anyway, but live streaming is definitely the future for the next few years, to have like your own, you know, like your own TV show in a sense. So whenever you think about, I really can encourage, I tell you all this stuff because I just want to encourage you to do this, to just try this out. And because it's really amazing when you have like a community, you know, when you have people coming to your stream and sort of like are interested in what you do and what you have to offer, and overcoming all these doubts, and say like looking back and say, what bullshit did I talk for like the last hour? Did that really want to see somebody, you know? Or how do I look at this, you know, at 5 minutes 13? How did I look there, you know, doing like something, you know, but but you don't care about it, you know, you're just having fun, or I just having fun with you guys. And so leave all these doubts behind and just go for it. So now let me just see what did I all miss in the chat by talking so much. Yeah, we definitely have to do some synth. It's probably currently really hard. I mean, don't get me wrong, hard in the sense of trying to decide what I would want to do, because currently there are so many developers stepping out and saying and contacting me and saying, hey, do you want to, you know, do you want to do a stream about our new product? And of course, in the sense of, like in this example of FERRUM, I just contacted the guys, but because they have given me the opportunity back then to write demos for, you know, what I did demos for like Evolution Atlantica, for example, and then I had like a stream and a video about Devastator, and we even had like a giveaway going on. So, and this time they released FERRUM, and I simply asked them if you know, if we could do, if it would be interesting for them to do a stream about it. So there is combining with that. Sometimes I ask developers, combined with how many people write me and ask me, hey, would you do like a little review of my library? Because there's obviously some traffic going on, and we kind of help us both. So I have always kind of food for my streams, and they get some kind, you know, maybe some of you guys are interested and say, hey, FERRUM is an awesome library. I just participate in that giveaway, and if I get like this $50 off discount, I will get the library. So it's like a circle of helping, like helping hands. 7 Tears of Hope. Yeah, exactly. This is what I, you know, when I had this idea of saying like, I can't sit on a live stream and compose a track in the sense of Minority Report. Yeah, this would be just me putting me in the same bowl like John Williams is like blasphemy, because this is like my god, and I'm just sitting there like that little fart from Hamburg. But I just said, fuck it, we just go live on stream and we do some kind of John Williams track, and I will finish that track no matter what comes along. I will definitely finish that track and see and show you guys that it's kind of working. It may not be that complex, it may not be that perfect, it may not come close to even what John Williams is doing, but we will make this track kind of like a chase track, an action chase track that could be in some kind of a video game or movie or whatever. So I could say the same, who wants to see me composing a track like John Williams, especially if you see composers like Mike Petty, they just do this easily. Like speed writing, 15 minutes, writing a track of 1 minute. I probably needed like an hour for the first 10 seconds of my tracks, But I do it disregarding that I could fail or anything, because that's the challenge and that's the beautiful thing of it. And nobody just instantly left the channel and saying, hey, I don't want to see that guy, because I just want to come across in a natural way of not faking something, it's we all have these doubts. We're sitting there and it's like, oh my god, I don't know what melody to do. Nobody never ever sits at home and just writing like this. Oh, I'm so creative, I'm so cool, I got my track written out. We all cry, we all have sweat, we invested sweat and blood and tears, and then we just hop out and we are frustrated and we just getting angry or aggressive, and then it's like, shit, this fuck doesn't work, and just slamming keys and just running out of the room or shutting down the computer and just pulling up some game. We all do this. Even Hans Zimmer, probably. And this is what I like about him. This is what I actually love about him. When he says in one of his interviews, sometimes he's sitting just for weeks to optimize a melody, and then people come along and say, like all of these bashers out there, Hans Zimmer, so simple. I could do this in 5 minutes. No, you can't. You will fail. It's not just the notes, it's the entire structure and everything. This is what I love about composers like Hans Zimmer, when he says, that he fails basically all the time. And but you don't see this. You just see the success. You see like all the finished music, and he talks about this. So this is even more important, I think, just talking about this. And to be honest, I really love, don't get me wrong, I really love Brian Tyler. He's an amazing composer, but he makes it looking like really easy, with his perfect haircut, sitting there and like playing all of these instruments. And I really, don't get me wrong, I love that guy. He's probably one of these people. I had like a conversation with another composer, and he said, he's surprised that there isn't a video of Brian Tyler playing all of these instruments while saving falling kids out of a helicopter at the same time. All filmed in mid-air. He is just jumping without a parachute, jumping out of that helicopter, saving kids falling out of there, and just playing all of these instruments with that perfect haircut. But on the other side, as much as I love him, sometimes I think it looks so easy for him, like I just composed that with all my... He probably got these moments too. I mean, if he would be like in the chat right now, I don't know him personally, probably he would say, yes, of course, I fail. But that doesn't change a thing, as you say, that he's insanely incredible. He absolutely is. But if you see videos like this, like him, like conducting and then doing this and then playing like drums in a big band and then getting on the street and driving like a perfect, like kind of these, like kind of a perfect race, like drifting and then getting into a helicopter and saving kids and then going back into the hall and conducting the orchestra again. And then at the night leaving to like a gig of playing, DJing and clubbing and all this stuff as a DJ, sometimes could get a little bit frustrated. That guy can do everything. So I really appreciate guys like Hans Zimmer sitting there, I'm failing. And this was also my intention, that I'm doing these live streams because I cannot play well piano or keyboard, but I just want to use it, and I get my stuff, I get my project, and I get my job done. You know, I release these tracks, and I get like even people from Berkeley sometimes saying, "Hey, you know, how did you do that sound wise?" And I was like, "Shit! I mean, that guy was on Berkeley, and he's asking me how I did that sound wise." Or orchestral wise, he should know that. Or you get like a mail from a Hollywood composer and asking, where did I record these trumpets? And I say, well, it's a sample library. So you kind of, you know, it's kind of funny. But then again, you want to show that you can get the job done even if you suck at keyboard playing. David, have you ever used Sound Gym or Tone Gym? You mean like these ear training softwares where you train like frequencies and all these things? Or maybe probably like piano playing too or something? I was just checking for my girlfriend. She probably fell asleep because I'm talking so much. She, you know, she got holiday for like 3 weeks now. So I kind of, you know, I'm kind of jealous. I mean, not that I'm considering this working, definitely not. But I think I don't remember when it was like the last time that I had like 3 weeks of totally relaxing from work, doing nothing, you know. No, but I definitely, David, I definitely want to check out something like this Sound Gym, Tone Gym. I always went with like that ear training software where you can do like all these interval training stuff and also, but you know, and then there are a couple of courses I purchased, also marketing courses, and to just try to apply them to the music world and to see if this works, because my ultimate goal is to come up one day and saying, here's like a plan for you guys. If you do this, you don't have to worry about your income anymore. You don't have to worry about or struggling about selling your music on the internet. I mean, partly I did already, but so drifting off again. Andy, you're so right. I already mentioned like 30 minutes ago that I want to cut this down. But it's so cool, you know, that's the beauty of life. And it's like saying when all these questions come in and you talk about this and discuss about this. Yeah, I need to go to eat something too. Yes, maybe. Yeah, you know, you don't know. Maybe there will be a nice discount code for you waiting. So if I click my dashboard right now, can I just split this off? Seeing the giveaway. So we got like 17 people in here. That's pretty cool. There are also like 170 people, 165 people in here for the everything giveaway. So we will see. Okay, so now I would just thanks Storm Physics again for being my great assistant today by posting these giveaways all the time. I thank you so much for this. Okay, so I would call it a day for tonight. Thanks everyone for being here, and I will go a little bit on a vacation starting from Friday, maybe just for like five days or something. So I should be back for Wednesday doing a live stream. And yes, and then from there on, we will see that we definitely have another day going. Maybe I will just jump in, try some different times, doing it during the day. Okay, so you see the links, just in case you just dropped into the stream, you see the links up there. You can participate in these. And don't forget, the Ferrum giveaway ends on midnight. So because these discount codes are limited, that's why I had to do it like a little bit of a giveaway. Okay, so thanks for being here. Everyone, take care and see you soon. See you soon. Bye. Thank you.